I think we're good. Yeah.
No, I'm evil. Bleh.
No, I'm pretty sure we're good, or at least in chaotic good.
Yeah.
Right, we're doing a new game, of course. This
Probably
is KO the Kangaroo, a game by
Hell
a
yeah.
Polish developer that has made 3 of these before, and a bunch of licensed shit.
I like her pigtail. She kind of reminds me of what's her face from Crash Bandicoot, Tana.
Okay, Tana, okay. I was gonna say Coco.
No, that's too obvious.
Yeah, fair enough.
Actually, no, yeah, she definitely does have the Coco hair. Not gonna lie, this looks kind of like a bootleg Crash, but in a good way.
To be fair, it is in a good way.
I just mean because of his color palette and body shape, well, as well as the hairstyle on that girl kangaroo.
To be fair, in favor of the developers of KO the Kangaroo, the first game was literally Crash Bandicoot ripoff anyway.
That's fair.
Woo! Check out my dodge rolls.
Yeah, I'm digging the aesthetic. I don't know what kind of aesthetic this is, but I'm assuming this is a remake of the first game.
This is not a remake. It is
Oh.
a complete reimagining.
Ah, so a reboot.
Yes, a complete rebooting, or regloving, if you will.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like this kind of oh my god, yeah, it's Johnny Test hair.
Just a small little poof.
I think Kaya's in trouble.
Did you have another nightmare, KO?
It was more than that. It was like...
Oh, I get it. KO because of the boxing
Maybe she knows
gloves.
what happened to Dad.
Yep.
I have to help her. Please don't try to stop me, Mom.
Don't worry, I won't.
Jesus Christ, what a
I tried to
bitch.
stop your father, and it didn't work. I tried to stop your sister, and she ran away. Stubbornness clearly runs in the family, so I'm not going to make the same mistake again.
All right.
Smart,
What's
not
the
a
catch?
If
bitch.
you go well prepared. Go and find Walt first. He's probably checking the area around the dojo. He has to do it more often lately.
Okay, I'm on my way.
But yeah, like I was saying,
You're the best.
Of course I am.
I mean, how can you say you're the
like
best when you lost your daughter and your husband?
Hmm?
I was saying, how can she say she's the best when she lost her daughter and her husband?
Well, she's being supportive of her son's reckless need to endanger himself.
That's fair. But yeah, I like this kind of aesthetic that like remakes have, because like it's the same kind of aesthetic that like
Crash Bandicoot
Spyro.
and Spyro have.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a bit of a watercolory thing.
Yeah.
Soft palette? I don't know.
Yeah. It's just something about the environment, like being still geometric, but like in a softer way. This is the kind of aesthetic that like Nuts and Bolts should have had.
That's fair.
Where are you taking me?
Okay, you can't see it because the water layer is like really aggressive.
You're standing.
No, KO's neck stretches.
Oh.
So this is something from like the original game, where whenever KO would enter a body of water, his neck would stretch, so his head was always above the water.
No matter how deep it was.
No matter how deep.
So if we find like, hey, sorry, the person is fixing our air conditioning in the other room. So that's what the dog's barking at. If you
Okay.
can hear. Hey Dozer, you don't need to bark. I like kangaroos. Does KO have a pouch? Is this a cartoony kind of kangaroo where everyone has pouches?
I don't
gender?
think he has a pouch. No.
Somewhere
Yeah.
around here.
So Tate Multimedia made the original KO the Kangaroo way back in the 90s when like the 3D platformer genre was going strong.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just a Crash Bandicoot clone.
Yeah.
So the next game came out. That was for the PS2 and Xbox, and that was more in depth. So the Cat of the Kangaroo series, the original plot for the first game is that a hunter comes and kidnaps KO's family, so he has to rescue them,
This
and he puts
must
on
have
boxing
something to do
gloves.
with the dream I had.
So he was just sort of a kangaroo, not so much a anthropomorphic kangaroo.
Yeah, I kind of like it. He kind of has like a Daxter kind of vibe. God, I wish they would remake Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, but they're remaking The Last of Us again.
Again. Like, I
Yeah.
like Ashley Johnson, but like I am tired of The Last of Us.
I'm sure
They
it won't
made
be
The
like
Last
you.
of Us, then they made The Last of Us Part 2, and now they're making The Last of Us Part 1, which is a remake of The Last of Us.
Ugh. Yay! I'm a big fan of hidden caves behind waterfalls.
Yep, they hit you off right from the start with that shit.
It'd be very disappointing if they didn't.
That's fair.
If you have a waterfall right at the beginning that doesn't have a cave in it, that is telling the players to never check waterfalls.
Unless you include a line of dialogue in which they say every waterfall can't have a cave behind it, and then it implies that some of them will.
God,
Are these?
I want to imagine a game where there's like with chess, but there's only one mimic in the entire game. That would fuck with people so much. Is that koala?
That is a koala.
Ooh, I like the symbol on the boxing gloves.
Yeah. Very Shadow the Hedgehog.
You rang him
You
like
know
a
what? You're
pro
absolutely
coach.
right.
Those were some pro moves.
I am a pro. Wait, what have you done?
Isn't it great? I found Dad's gloves. Someone buried them.
I did, with good reason.
It was you? But why?
Something evil going on. Darkness. Why your dad left?
God.
To defeat it. Same darkness corrupted his gloves. Look normal, maybe.
Are drop bears real?
Changed. Your father
Totally.
noticed.
I know at least 5 Australians, they all insist drop bears are real.
What?
Yeah,
Explain.
but also they could be
About
fucking
her
with
before
people.
coming to look for you.
No, I'm pretty sure that that's why koalas have survived into the modern era. They just drop on you and savage you, and then they just climb back up the tree.
I came here to look for you.
Just to do it again.
Or whatever that was.
You think they just eat eucalyptus leaves?
Of course.
Upside down.
No, they don't. They
Must
eat
forget
flesh.
everything I think I know.
They eat
Oh,
flesh and
God.
meat like every other bear.
Can't ignore
God,
signs.
they're not even bears. They're marsupials. Those are. Stop scratching yourself, okay?
To be fair, I am messing with you. Drop bears are not real.
I figured as much, but also too many people keep like insisting they're real. I'm guessing it's like the equivalent of
Good can come from them.
There's no
I can't
warm
think-
bossing say. You just insist upon it enough.
uh. So Shafrillis came out with a video last night.
Schaeferless, yes.
Yes,
It's
they
about Kung Fu Panda.
yes, they started their review on Kung Fu Panda. And I'm excited for the review on Kung Fu Panda 2.
Yes. So that has a connection with KO because they both include fighting.
Yeah. So I watched I listened to the Shafrillis video today at work, and then when I got home I had enough time to watch Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2, and after the stream ends I'm gonna watch 3.
Okie doke.
Because you know, it's a really, really good. Okay, I have a hot take.
Oh.
I think Kung Fu Panda is a better series than Shrek. Even omitting Shrek the Third, it's still a better series than Shrek.
That is a very hot take. You might be right, though.
Yeah, I think Kung Fu Panda 2 is better than Shrek 2.
Dangerous words, perhaps.
Well, here's the thing. Shrek 2 didn't make me, like, cry like Kung Fu Panda did. Shrek 2 The only part that made me cry was Mungo's death.
Mm.
But Kung Fu Panda, both 1 and 2, made me cry a lot. 'Cause the fight between Shifu and Tai Lung made me cry because of the emotional weight behind it, and the apology Shifu gives. You know, he gives a genuine apology for being a shitty parent,
Indeed.
and Tai Lung like has a moment of recognition. Like he does, like
Check this out.
listen to it. Yeah, kill that dummy.
Can't say that about Poe.
And Kung Fu Panda 2, the best scene in the entire movie. I want you to guess.
Is it the one where Poe realizes his heritage?
Yeah, yeah, the one where he finally finds inner peace.
Yes.
And it has a blend of 2D and 3D animation.
Very good stuff.
It is so good.
Somebody said, remember that scene in the first movie where we show stuff that happens in like
In 2D?
in 2D? Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was focusing on rolling through the water.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, what if we do it again? And again, and again, and again.
I like it, okay? I love the I love the way that the series utilizes 2D animation to signify flashbacks, but more importantly, to
Something
signify
going on
like
in the mind.
exactly, because the first time we see it is the very first scene of the series where Poe is having his dream, and so it's used for like flashbacks whenever someone is explaining something and whenever someone's having like a dream sequence.
Well, not all the time. They don't do it when Shifu's having his flashback or when they're talking about like the past. So not all
yeah,
the time.
okay.
But it's frequent enough.
Yes,
I
it
think
is
that's the
well
important
enough.
part.
And it is a very, very beautiful like style. Like it's very stylized
True.
in a beautiful way. And style will always like I'm a big fan whenever things are stylized over like in games especially over like hyper realistic shit.
Okay.
I'm transitioning the conversation to my dislike of hyperrealism in video games.
That's fair. I get that. There are very
'Cause,
few games I feel that can pull off a hyper-realistic look in a way that, you know, it still looks good in like 10 years.
Oh yeah, like even 5 years down the line, hyperrealistic shit will. Even 2 years. That's why they released an HD version of The Last of Us 2 years after the original came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like hyperrealistic will always look ugly very fast.
You can
I like
tell they
this
were
boxing
using
glove.
assets because they're using the exact same boxing gloves.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think of Wipeout.
That's fair.
Because you remember in Wipeout they had those giant red balls that would shoot out of the.
I never watched Wipeout.
Oh my god, Wipeout was such a fucking hilarious show. It was so stupid. It wasn't as good as like MXC, which was a dub of a Japanese game show. Did you ever watch it? I don't even remember what channel it was on, but
Gosh,
it was most
no, I
Extreme
didn't. I was never into game shows.
Well, it was Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, and it was basically a shit ton of contestants have to go through a bullshit obstacle course where they usually get injured.
That's fair.
Yeah, my favorite one is basically all the contestants have to run down a hill while boulders, or run up a hill while boulders roll down.
Well, there's nothing like that here.
There's no boulders in this game, no Indiana Jones.
Oh no, there's plenty of that. But
Yeah.
there's no contestants getting hurt while performing in a game show.
Oh. Lame.
But there are jabs at capitalism.
Yeah.
You did well. Back to the village. Your mom may be worried. So, have you caught on to the voice acting yet?
It's only in cutscenes.
Well, first off, it's a little jank.
Oh yeah, I did notice. I'm assuming that they were all. You said what was it? Polish?
They're all Polish, yeah.
Okay, I figured as much because the accent did not match what I was expecting. I was expecting like Australian accent because
No.
you know Kangaroo.
These are all Polish actors.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I know a few Polish people. They're nice. Then again, there's probably nasty Polish people too, so I can't speak for
Well,
every
every
single
place
one of them.
has good and bad people.
Not yet.
Except Australia. They're all criminals, don't you know?
It may affect you.
Yeah, but a lot of them were criminals for defying the British crown.
Really? You play the sad
Yeah, but they're all
card?
British, so they're already guilty by birth.
Monster.
Eh,
Wipe those feet.
That's my jab at the British for the day. Don't take me seriously, please.
yeah, we love the British. They have.
I talk about the terror.
They have tea.
Well, I mean, tea came from China.
The terror? Sure thing.
I
No
mean,
problem.
they have
You wear dark forest?
British tea,
Here I come.
and they
That's
market
the
it
spirit.
expensively across the sea.
I drink sweet tea because I am in Texas.
That's fair.
God, there was a point in time when iced tea was such a hedonistic drink. Because that was back when like sugar was extremely expensive and ice was extremely expensive and tea was extremely expensive. Because this like back in like the early year, like the 1800s,
Oh, I'm
before
well aware.
yeah, when ice had to be gathered from the Arctic Circle.
Wait,
And
seriously?
you didn't know that?
But that sounds like something fake that gets made up. Like you can't. There's
No,
You don't have
before-
a way to literally just chill ice.
No, before refrigerators, the only way to get ice was people had to go to the Arctic and basically mine it from glaciers.
That sounds absolutely fake.
It's not. It's 100% real.
I want a source on this.
Ice cutters. Let's see.
So you're telling me that people would go all the way to the Arctic Circle just to get ice and bring it back in big ass chunks?
Yeah, the ice harvesting industry. It was ended by the invention of the refrigerator and the freezer. People would harvest huge chunks of ice from glaciers and then bring it all the way back to here, and that ice was very, very expensive because of how dangerous it was. People died harvesting ice due to the harsh conditions.
It sounds absolutely fake, but I guess you might be right there.
I am not joking. I am actually being 100% serious.
Oh,
I
you want
need
to see
you to
something cool?
Oh, what's up?
They got shops with costumes.
Hell yeah! And it looks like you can buy health upgrades. Oh, I
dang
love
it.
that.
I only got the jacket.
Mm.
And yeah, you can buy health upgrades. But the game throws health upgrades at you anyway, so I don't need them right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that just
Hold
spins.
on,
forever.
I need to mute for a second.
Oh, something wrong?
No, I just need to get my dog to stop itching himself.
Hmm.
He's allergic to grass. Like, that's not a joke. He is allergic to grass. It gives him rashes, which he itches, and when he does, he pulls out hair.
Hmm.
So we've been trying to get him to stop. Hold on one moment.
Into the water you go, little crab. This game looks beautiful. I'm saying it here.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the aesthetic that like remakes have.
It's fair. Crash Bandicoot. So the guy who designed the remakes for Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, that's Nicholas Cole. He worked on another game of interest to me, Lucky's Tale.
Ah, yeah, you've expressed wanting to play Super Lucky's Tale.
New Super Lucky's Tale. The
Right, new
latest
Super
version of
Lucky's
Lucky's Tale.
Right.
Because there was originally Lucky's Tale, which is a VR game, then they remade it for the Xbox One, and...
Was it like Xbox Connect?
No, just Xbox One. And then it was pretty much the exact same game with a few things changed because it was no longer VR. And then they were like, that didn't sell well because it was the Xbox One.
That's fair.
And
The Xbox One had a horrible launch.
yeah, it was a launch game for the Xbox One. That was one of the main criticisms for the Xbox One. Its only launch title of note was a Super Lucky Tale.
I think one of the main criticisms of the Xbox One was the fact that it needed to be online 24/7, or else it would refuse to play games.
Well, they changed that before launch, so...
Yeah, but like, that's still, people had, the first impression had already been made.
That's fair.
God.
Alright, I
It
think I
could
got
be worse.
enough. I can go to the first world.
It could be worse. It could have been the Diablo Immortal announcement.
That made money.
What? That made a lot of money because of its skeevy practices to try and get around loot box laws in other countries.
Yeah.
You know how that works, right?
I am aware.
Okay. For those of you who aren't aware, they're in Europe. The loot boxes are considered gambling, which makes them illegal.
Someone saw?
Oh.
That was lucky. Wouldn't want that on RooTube.
Boo. So,
Why are you
to
booing
get-
me? I'm right.
to get around the loot box laws, they just made loot boxes with extra steps. So one of the best things about Diablo 1, 2, and 3 is the loot fountain. Whenever you beat a boss, it just like sprays all kinds of loot, and it is the most satisfying shit ever.
Mhm.
They removed that in Diablo Immortal, unless you buy not one, not two, not three of an item, but 10. You have to buy 10 of an item, which I don't remember the name of, and that is what makes the bosses spawn loot like they do in the other games.
Ooh.
And it is past level 35. It is impossible to progress through the game
Without a good loot fountain.
Exactly.
So this was the demo level, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I recorded myself playing it, and I was like, I'm gonna put it on the channel by myself. And I was like, I'll just wait for the full game release.
Yeah.
What is that noise you're making?
Sorry, I was
hearing a noise.
Yeah, I was drinking my pink lemonade.
Okay. What do you drink it? How do you drink it? Like, do you like go at it like a little tongue licks, like, or do you have like a little hole in your tongue that you just sort of suck it up like a fly?
No, it's out of the bottle. The noise you were probably hearing was like the air filling the bottle after I drink out of it.
That's fair.
Like the air squeezing between the lip of the bottle and my own lip.
Okay, so they actually made these tentacles a lot easier to evade. Because in the demo, they were way too fast. They had a lot of auto-tracking.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of demo levels in games. Like, I think it's just so fascinating. Oh, nice. It's just like Zelda.
Yep. Spyro and Crash had demo levels that were interesting. So the demo level for Spyro 1, I
Wasn't that
believe
on the
was
Crash? Wasn't that on Crash? Or
that
do
was
I have
on
that the other
on
way
Crash
around?
3.
Ah,
And just in general, I believe the demo level was either Stone Hill or it was Dry Canyon. It was one of the two. It changed depending on like what disc you had. So they had 2 demo levels.
You did well.
I think
And-
one of my favorite demos is Breath of the Wild. The demo level was the Great Plateau. Just the oh, is that acid?
That's swamp water. Not
Ah,
acid.
gross. Nice.
Also, for some reason, I decided to add bombs in the crates. I have no idea why.
Just to make it a little more difficult.
I suppose. Give you a little something to look out for.
No, after we beat this, we should definitely play Shadow.
That could be something.
I was just thinking about it because the symbol on the left,
That's fair.
it definitely looks like the Shadow symbol.
Shadow has a really cool logo. I'm very to be fair, I love it when like fan artists mix the Shadow the Hedgehog design into his regular design.
Like putting on the back of his gloves.
I mean more like you know how Shadow the Hedgehog has like those red stripes on his arms and legs?
Yeah. So like making that be the
Yeah, so whenever they whenever artists have
Did he die? Or
No.
some shit?
he's astral
he's just-
projecting.
Ah.
Hey, you leave Mr. Beaver out of this. Hey, what is that thing?
Don't.
Punch it.
Not me.
Punch it.
He's been possessed by his gloves.
Oh, finally. We could not suffer listening to that boring old fart for a moment longer.
Oh,
So it's true.
I just
We
remembered.
are corrupted.
We do not know each other, and yet you are already insulting us? Maybe we shall get along after all.
Sorry.
I love this voice. It's just so hammy.
Oh, and so shut
Oh yeah.
once more so soon. Oh, I am the Eternal Gloves, and what you see before you is the Eternal World.
So one thing I noticed when watching Kung Fu Panda that I never really thought about until it was pointed out in a video I watched earlier today. I don't remember who it
Going by
should-
Schaeferillis.
I don't know. Maybe I watched another Kung Fu Panda retrospective, but what it is Kung Fu Panda doesn't have gross out humor.
It has a joke about Pips.
Mateo, where were you?
Well, yeah, but that's not gross out humor. Like the closest that the closest that they get, like he doesn't like shove his, he doesn't like force someone to smell it. There's no like stink lines. It's just an exaggerated joke.
Chose me.
Or it's just a person being exaggerating, like, "Oh, don't stand so close to me."
Eternal world.
I can smell
But,
your breath.
Exactly, but like, they don't. It's just a offhand joke to insult Poe, rather than like, there's no like farts or the only like burps are after eating a meal to signify it's delicious.
Fair enough. I'm
I
very
just-
not fond of gross out humor, which brings us to potentially, if you're interested in talking about it. So a new game came out, a platformer called Hell Pie, and it is not on our radar.
Oh, I think you told me about
Fortunately,
this.
if there's anybody out there who's like, oh, I wonder when they're gonna play Hell Pie, not on the radar. I watched footage of it. its humor is mostly gross out humor. They have you collecting gross stuff. You collect cocaine at one point.
It's basically Garbage Pail Kids platformer.
I'd say it was not that level. It's more like Garbage Pail Kids that they also had exploding bloody bodies everywhere.
Eh.
And they actually showed the fecal matter.
Ew.
Like, one of the characters who's, like, in every single cutscene, because he's, like, you're chained to him, they have, like, his butt, and it's on screen at all times, and it's, like, covered in,
Ew.
you know.
There's only 2 games I would play that has, like, an emphasis on shit, and that is Conker's Bad Fur Day and Binding of Isaac. Those are the only games I would play on the channel that have that kind of stuff. Because, you know, the Great Mighty Pooh.
I am aware. So one of the things about Hellpie that I was sort of aware about is that it's banned in Australia and a few other places because of that, because of its very not beautiful descriptiveness. And, like, probably a very good game. Totally. Not on my radar, mostly because...
Because of the stuff that... the reason why it was made, basically. It's made 2 gross people out, and it succeeded, and we're not gonna play.
Yeah. I mean, congrats on the developers, totally. Like, and if you're, like, interested in that kind of stuff, and you're willing to, like... And you're like, but gross out humor doesn't bug me. Go ahead, play it. I've seen footage. It looks like a fun-ass game. It's got some really cool mechanics I'd love to see and stuff that doesn't make me feel uncomfortable.
There are a few banned games that I do kind of want to play. One is, hold on, what is it called? JFK Reloaded. Have you heard of it?
I have not.
So it was a game where you basically have to... It's a game... It has a physics engine.
Okay.
But you basically have to recreate the... You play Lee Harvey Oswald and you have to kill JFK. And you get points based on how accurate it is to the reports.
Mm.
It is obviously banned in a lot of places. But I kind of want to play it.
To be fair, I get it.
It's got 69% on Metacritic.
I'm pretty sure the developers are very proud of that fact.
I would be proud.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, God. I was listening to the Kid episode on banned games.
Mm.
And, God. I think one of the worst banned games, a game that we're never going to play because it is literally illegal, the Guy game.
Oh, yes. I've heard about that. That was by the guy who made Metroid Prime.
Is it?
It is, yes.
I gotta double check it.
The founder of Retro Games and the guy who who was the head director for a portion of the development of Metroid Prime, was the guy who took a very generous buyout from Nintendo and then left to found his own company where they made the Guy game.
I am looking this up.
So Retro Games was founded by a guy. His name eludes me at the moment. And he's not a good director. peasy. He's causing trouble. Nintendo finds out they just got like porn downloaded onto their servers and whatnot. You know, the kind of stuff that you don't.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff Spangenberg.
that's him.
Yeah, he made retro games.
Yep.
Or retro studios. Jesus Christ.
Dang it.
Oh my god, that is so wild.
Yeah. So he was. So Nintendo kind of just bought him out. They're like, look, we like your staff, we like your studio.
We don't like you.
We want you gone. What is with that one jump? Dang it.
Well, it's because the pufferfish thing. Yeah, that is wild. So the Guy game, it's a quiz show where girls get topless, and it's illegal because one of the girls 17,
Yeah.
and they didn't bother to check the ages of the people in it.
I think it's a case of they did check, but they didn't tell them what they were why they were there, and unfortunately they also didn't check everybody. So they sort of took like
They just took it at face value.
it's that thing where like somebody goes to like to buy like alcohol, and one of them flashes their ID, and then like it turns out one of the people in like this large group of like 5 people is like 17.
Yeah, that's why you gotta.
That's you gotta ID everybody.
Yeah, like even Girls Gone Wild make sure to ID everyone in their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember Girls Gone Wild?
No.
Uh.
You think I'm that kind of person that I would go out of my way to look up Girls Gone Wild in the Year of Our Lord?
I never watched it. I just was aware that it existed, and I haven't really heard anything about it since, well, I guess since the internet became super mainstream, honestly.
That's fair. I'll probably stop doing the Eternal Walls soon. They really don't add anything to this game outside of like extra challenge modes.
Wait, what? The founder is in jail?
I would not be surprised. Jeff Spangenberg is in jail.
No, Joe Francis from the Girls Gone Wild founder.
I would not be surprised.
Jesus Christ! He was arrested in Mexico for grabbing a woman by the neck and spitting in her face to give her COVID.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah, 2020. 2021. 2020? 2020. The article was 2021. Oh my god.
Wild.
Jesus Christ. This guy is an asshole. He was also in jail in 2013 and called the jurors
Ah, fuck.
called the jurors R word and said that they should be euthanized back in 2013. Holy shit. I mean, it's not surprising that he's an asshole.
Fair enough.
Nothing about that surprises me. It's just the details are shocking to read.
Also, one opinion about this game.
What?
If I was in charge, I would probably remove physics on the
On the crates?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Not because like physics don't belong on crates. Like I love me some
It makes
Jack
it
and
hard
Daxter.
to hit.
Yeah, there's an occasional thing you'll notice where like you punch some crates, but like you don't hit one because it's like behind the others, and suddenly it's like, oh, it's like
Kills the momentum.
yeah, because it
Yeah.
falls over, see, like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't have an issue with it, but it is noticeable.
This very much seems like a game that doesn't need a a physics engine. What is going on with those? What the fuck?
Oh, the gimmick is that they're invisible.
Oh. But they were visible earlier.
Yeah, they turn invisible after you start collecting them.
I thought the game was just glitching.
No, that's something they intended to happen.
Ah, it's a timed challenge.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, whoa.
There we go.
I like KO's design. It's cute.
Yep. Got a good design.
Yeah, very much utilizes Spyro's ass.
And, you know, Squatch and Stretch. And it's
Yeah.
Sonic's ass, not Spyro's ass.
I mean, damn it, I can never remember which one. I can never remember. Oh, I see. It's a puzzle. That's actually really cool.
I mean, not much of one.
I mean, I still like it.
That's fair.
It's interesting. Do they get more complicated
Not
later
really.
on? Oh. I'm a big fan of those kinds of puzzles, except for in that really pretentious game.
Oh, look, The Witness.
Yes. God.
I should get you to play The Looker sometime.
That's
you
the
did
parody
good.
made by the guy who did Stanley Parable, right?
I don't think so.
Oh.
If it was, I wouldn't recognize it as the guy who made Stanley Parable.
Let's see. The Looker is made by... Okay. That. And... Nope, I am wrong. What has Subcreation Studios made? Oh, that's the only game they've made.
I mean, if you're gonna make your first game over,
Out of spite, you might as well.
I mean, to be fair, it was probably like something he decided to do while it was dealing with like Corona season.
The Looker?
Yeah, I would not be surprised. It came out literally like this year.
Oh, yeah, holy shit, it came out last month.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should
God.
play it. It is a lot of fun.
I would hope so. I really hope this spawns, like, a passive-aggressive, like, rivalry between this person and the guy that made The Witness.
It won't.
You know, like
It
a
shouldn't.
Stuart Simpel
It
and Nish
shouldn't.
Kapoor kind of thing.
It should not. I'm saying it right here. It should not.
I think it should. Because that means more games.
You don't know other games that were made by the guy who made The Witness?
What?
Braid. You ever play Braid?
No, but I've heard that it's very pretentious. That's the one where you it turns out you were the villain all along, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's something about nuclear bombs.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't like overly pretentious games. Like the ones that act like they have a lot more depth than they actually do. Like, I don't have anything wrong with putting depth in games.
Boss fight.
But-
Boss fight.
Oh, hell yeah. But, like, pretending that... But if you're going to act like there's depth in a game, put the depth in the game.
You found what you look for.
Okay, let's do this. Hey,
Like,
you! Hiding out here in the
Fez.
dark? Come out and face me.
Ah,
I'm
yes.
KO.
Now we're never gonna get Fez 2, thank
I came
goodness.
here to kick your butt and
Yeah.
eat bubblegum. And I'm all out of gum.
He said the line.
Yeah. He said the line that Roddy Roddy Piper said back in They Live.
Yep.
Ooh. Is that a demon koala?
I've
I
gotta
guess.
admit, I was expecting you to be more impressive.
You're
Come on,
shorter
then.
than I expected.
Let's end this. Right here, right
On
now.
that note, I was watching. I think I mentioned this like in our previous video. I was watching all the 2003 Star Wars Clone Wars short.
Yes, the Tartarovsky Clone Wars.
Yep, by Gennady Tartarovsky.
Yep.
Very good stuff.
Oh,
Much
yeah. Did you
better than I
finish?
recall it being. Yeah, I finished it. Yeah.
Nice. So you got to learn how he got the scar over his eye.
No.
It was Ventress.
I don't recall it being Ventress.
Oh, I don't remember if it was in the show or not. But like, I remember
I'm
that
pretty-
he had. It was fresh when he became a knight.
Hmm. Yeah. No, they do like a what is it? It's a thing where they show off like, god dang it, where they do like a montage to show off like just how much he's grown, and then like when the montage is over, he has the noticeable scar.
Okay, then it must have been one of like the books that said it was Ventress. Then,
Mm.
but yeah, Ventress was the one that gave him the scar. On the topic of Gennady Tartarovsky, did you hear about the Popeye short getting leaked?
I thought it was a Popeye movie.
Or yeah, Popeye movie. Sorry, I was thinking short because you said Star Wars short earlier. But yeah, no, the canceled Popeye project ended up getting leaked.
Really? I thought it was it was continuing.
No, it was canceled.
I heard it was canceled, but then I heard that it was back in production.
Is it? I haven't heard that. I'm gonna double check. Any Tartarovsky Popeye movie?
Yeah, it was canceled because Sony wanted to funnel the money into Emoji Movie, and then after the
Oh.
successes of various other quirky animated films like Into the Spider-Verse, they decided to bring it back. I don't know how accurate that is, though, since I only heard it a while back.
Oh yeah, apparently last year it was announced that it was back in production.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, because it looked fantastic. I like the aesthetic of it because it does really look like how it like keeps the cartoony feel of the show, despite being 3D.
That's fair.
And they don't go for like hyper realistic textures or anything.
Yeah. There was a Popeye video game recently that was like really garbage.
Did you know that Donkey Kong was originally supposed to be a Popeye game, but they couldn't get the rights?
I'm aware, yeah.
Hey, what's the matter with this crystal?
He's so angry.
It's lost its power.
He's so mad at me. I like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
But what was it? Where did you get it from?
I got it far away in the jungle.
You know who he sounds like?
A shiny crystal.
He
Yeah.
sounds like my own original OC, Blonick.
For himself. Monkeys didn't care. Monkeys.
I'm not Sonic. I'm my own original character,
That's for you.
Blonick.
Fair enough.
I won't be so soft on you next time.
Oh no,
Know what I
I'm
mean?
inexplicably inflating again.
You're so funny. Also, have you noticed I'm standing on a throne?
Yeah.
A throne room. A throne room. How pretentious.
God, I love the scene in Kung Fu Panda 2 where Shen seems nostalgic coming into the throne room and then throws the throne out the window.
Mm.
Kung Fu Panda 2 is good.
So
All of them are good.
when I saw Kung Fu Panda 2 for the first time, I did so well after its release. Mostly because I just didn't go to theaters much at that
That's
time.
fair.
And when I saw it, it was during a stream and it was like halfway through.
Uh,
But then I watched it again later and I'm like, oh, this is really good.
yeah. I think my favorite thing about the Kung Fu Panda series is the themes. It has each movie has a central theme that is like. So the first one is body. This, I'm guessing that's what it used to look like in
That's
the
the
original.
original design.
Oh my god, it looks so doofy.
I like it. It's cute.
Yeah. But I like the current one more.
The modern design. I get that.
Yeah. The second movie is Mind, and the third movie is Soul.
Mm.
Because those are like the three pillars of being a person or whatever. I don't know the exact details.
You know, there were originally meant to be 5 movies.
Huh?
There were meant to be 5 Kung Fu Panda movies.
Oh, interesting.
Catch it.
I wonder what the other two would be.
I mean, KO, how good to see you. What are you
Is he
working
just
on?
strapping a crab to a fire
It's top secret
to a
until-
firework?
Yes.
Why? That's such a sociopathic thing to do.
Anyway, did you want something?
I can punch crabs off cliffs. I don't blame him.
Yeah, but that's like an instant kind of thing. The firework, that's it's like torture.
Trying
That's
to make
some
it
serial
fly.
killer shit.
It disappeared the same night as his
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sucks. Do you have anything else we could use? Scrappy would do. I've kitted her out with some top-of-the-line upgrades. She's ultra-fast now. And 50% of the time, she walks 100% of the time.
Oh, I love Anchorman.
Go, I guess.
That was an Anchorman joke?
I've got some
Yeah,
business left to talk
60% of the time it works every time.
Never seen Anchorman.
Oh my god, you should.
I
It's
know there's
really
Anchorman
good.
2, and that's like as far as like my knowledge of Anchorman goes.
I haven't seen Anchorman 2.
It came out like
But
what, 10 years after the original?
Yeah.
You got yourself a deal.
Sounds like a story they really wanted to tell.
Anchorman is fucking hilarious.
Fair enough.
You should look up the oh god. It's got the guy from The Office whose name I can't remember at the moment. Who's the guy that plays Michael in The Office?
Steve Carell?
Yeah, it's got Steve Carell in it.
I don't like him. Turn off.
What? You don't?
No.
You didn't like Despicable Me?
Despicable Me is fine, but like, I don't. That's not it then.
What?
I don't think that's him.
No, it is.
Then I must
Gru.
be thinking about somebody else then, because it's not Steve Carell.
Who are you thinking of?
I don't know. I don't know his name. I know it's somebody else though.
Will Ferrell?
No, not Will Ferrell. Is it
Hold
Steve
up.
Carell?
What? You
Is
said
it?
Steve Carell. Who are you thinking of?
Look him up. Look him up. Look him up. Because I don't know. Because
Who?
I've clearly gotten it wrong.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Then I must have gotten it wrong. Because you're like, who played Michael? And I'm like, is that Steve Carell? And you're like,
No, that is Steve Carell.
that is Steve Carell.
Yes.
Okay, hard pass.
Steve Carell's got some funny shit.
He has some funny stuff. Like, everybody has some funny stuff. But
I
like,
was just,
90% of his movies are not good.
Well, he's a secondary character in. He's a secondary. He plays the idiot, like the idiot among idiots. He's the guy he's where I Love Lamp comes from.
Never heard of that.
Because he starts just listing things he sees because he doesn't want to be left out. He plays a character named Brick. I'll send you one of the deleted scenes, which is one of the funniest shit ever. Because
Something's missing. I'm missing something here.
is it the thing?
Levels. Apala Island. Okay, there's more of these here that I'm missing somehow.
Well, just look for coins.
No, I'm missing a
Oh, don't you need to go back to your meme?
No, I don't need mom's permission.
Uh,
I'm looking
I like-
for
I like the mum's design.
I'm looking for the. Oh, there it is. There's one.
Ah,
There's two of these that I'm missing, and I need to find them.
probably that shipwreck.
Potentially, I'm checking now. I was already there actually.
God, what game was it that I was playing where there was a shipwreck that I was trying to find a thing. I was just having the worst, and we were having the worst trouble with. I think you were the one playing it actually.
A shipwreck?
There was a game that we were playing, either me or you, and we had to find like some things, and oh no, I was okay. No, I was playing it. Okay, I know what it was now. It was Fable, Fable 2. There's the shipwreck quest.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay, so you weren't streaming it.
No, I wasn't streaming it. It was the game I was playing on my off time. I thought I was streaming. I don't know why, but I was thinking like Assassin's Creed, but we never played Black Flag.
Black Flag is good. Have you seen the footage for like Skull and Crossbones?
Nope.
So Ubisoft has been working on Skull and Crossbones ever since like Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out.
I'm gonna guess that it's just Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but not related to Assassin's Creed.
Yes, potentially.
Honestly, that sounds like the best idea for Ubisoft to do.
Yeah,
Because
but
Black Flag.
but the game's been in development hell for years.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh god, I need to get what's the one that Rare made?
Cutscene.
I believe you may find this.
That might be Skull and Crossbones.
Although, please,
No.
burn yourself, at least not
Sea of Thieves.
It would be a shame for the fun to be over so soon.
Check it out! I got firepower.
Fire. Boom, boom. Firepower.
Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors work. Gotta go
Colors
high,
first.
high, high. You can
As you
touch the
shoot
sky, sky, sky.
As you shoot across the sky, aye.
Dear boy, we can do
Baby, you're a firework. Come on, make your colors.
Make him go.
but only when we feel it sharing the world again.
Baby, you're a piece of work.
God, I haven't listened to that song in a long time.
Same. I just know it's a song.
Oh, that's grass.
Yeah, that is grass.
I thought that was like magma spikes that would hurt you if you touch them.
Man, it's like burnt grass.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. To be fair, it does look like an obstacle that would hurt you. If
Yeah,
you touch
totally.
It.
I totally get that.
You know what we should play on stream?
What?
I'm going to look for it, and I will play it on stream if I can find it.
What is it?
Actually, no, I know exactly where to find it because I do remember seeing it at the retro game store.
Oh, what is it?
Kung Fu Panda for the Xbox 360.
Oh, neat.
I had that game when I was younger.
Just a wee tot.
Oh, fuck no. That game came out when I was like 13.
Fair enough.
Let me check when it came out. Kung Fu Panda, the video game, came out in... Yeah! Well, I was 12, actually. It was before my birthday. But I did get it for my 13th birthday. Because
What
I
year was
fucking... 2008. It was, the game came out in 2008.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I was 12 when it came out, and then I got it a couple months later when I turned 13. God.
I'm trying to think what games I was playing back in 2000.
Let's see what games came out in 2008. I would assume Wii games.
I did not play any Wii games. I did not
Oh.
own a Wii.
What about Fallout 3?
Nope.
Gears of War 2?
I played that one later. So,
God
potentially
of-
2009, 2010.
Yeah. God of War Chains of Olympus. Oh, World at War! Call of Duty World at War.
Nope.
Little Big Planet.
Nope.
Fable 2?
I think that might have been 2009.
No, it came out in 2008.
I would have played it later, because by that
Oh,
point
okay.
the DLC was out.
Mirror's Edge.
Nope. I played the demo. I know that for sure.
Lego Indiana Jones.
No.
Guitar Hero World Tour.
No.
The really shitty Iron Man game.
I had that on PS2.
Okay. World of
That
Goo.
might have been later, though. Who knows? Potentially. I got it on sale.
That's fair. Condemned 2.
No.
God, there were a lot of games came out. Damn, 2008 was Wrath of the Lich King came out in 2008. God damn, 2008 was a really good year for games.
I was probably playing games in my back catalog, like
All gonna be worth it.
Like 2007
like
games.
Halo. Yeah, potentially.
Well, you didn't have a Wii, so not Mario Galaxy. But you were probably playing like Portal and Halo 3.
Potentially Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, that did come out in 2007.
Yeah.
Bioshock.
Oh, definitely.
Lego
Fun
Star Wars.
story about that one.
Hmm.
I borrowed my copy of Bioshock from my then girlfriend because her father got it for her, but she was not interested because she had a fear of deep ocean
Water?
stuff.
Yeah.
So
And then you got a fear of deep ocean.
no, I always had a fear of deep ocean.
Oh.
I just was like, it's a game with guns. I can shoot the ocean.
What about Crash of the Titans?
No.
Star Wars, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Nope.
Sonic and the Secret Rings.
No. That was a Wii
Peggle.
game. No.
Oh, you didn't play Super Paper Mario. Oh, Guitar Hero 3.
No.
God damn.
Okay. For Guitar Hero 3, I might have, but only because the girl I was dating at the time wanted me to be good at Guitar Hero.
That's fair. You know, I'm gonna look to see. I'm gonna look to see what year it was that games stopped having a lot of really good games. 'Cause there was definitely a year in which games, like good games, started becoming less frequent. I mean, it's 2012.
No, there were some really good games in 2013.
I'm looking at. Well, I'm trying to find like basically the cutoff year. Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of good games in 2012.
There were tons of really good games in 2013. Trust me on this one.
Wait, huh?
I'm gonna think like 2016, back when companies started realizing, we can just make looter shooters.
Actually, there weren't a whole lot of really good games in. There weren't a whole lot of really good games in 2012. There was Sleeping Dogs, but like that's pretty much it.
There's some really good ones in like 2013 though. Tomb Raider.
Let's see.
I would definitely play Tomb Raider for this stream, but like,
Oh yeah, 2013 definitely. There was BioShock Infinite,
yeah.
GTA 5, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance,
Another God of War game.
Link Between Worlds, Mario 3D World. There were also a lot of really bad games that came out.
That's fair. That was sort of around the year in which developers were starting to really push for monetization.
There was Alien Colonial Marines in 2013.
You want to know who was working on the original version of that?
I feel like it was someone who's really good at video games. It's really surprising that they made it such a piece of shit. No?
So are you
Wait, who-
familiar with Spyro, You're the Dragonfly?
Oh, right, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, I had it wrong.
Equinox
Yeah, no, okay.
was originally working on Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yeah. Another really bad that was, hold on. This came out in 2013? It feels way more recent than that.
Oh, what is
Beyond
it?
Two Souls. The David Cage game with Elliot Page.
Yes, the one in which Elliot Page says, "I will never talk about it," because they
Because of the
designed a
really
nude
fucking
model.
creepy shit.
And then
Yeah,
the
the
nude model is like, wow, why would you do that?
Apparently, when Elliot got the gig, his first interaction with David Cage was David Cage coming up to him with a scrapbook full of various like pictures of Elliot from like throughout like since his childhood, basically that David Cage had found.
Oh, that
online.
is mean.
That is like Super Mario 64 Bowser's Dark World levels of bullshit right there.
They even throw down a wall just to make sure you know that just because you saw it coming, we're not letting you through.
Yeah. Oh god, another shitty game that came out in 2013, Pokemon X and Y.
I thought X and Y was. It was
Actually, no,
very,
yeah,
it was
that-
very messy.
Yeah, that actually tracks. I was in junior year in 2013.
My,
All this tracks.
my main issue with like I can farm this for gold. Ooh,
Probably not. It seems to have a limit.
that's fair. I thought X and Y is. It definitely is a sign that Game Freak did not have enough time that they should have.
Alright.
It's very obviously one of those games where it's like, wait, you release it in this state? Why? And it's like definitely a publisher thing.
Yeah. I think that I think 2012 is definitely when like games started to just be okay
I'd
instead
say
of
2014, maybe 2015.
well, and see it's definitely before 2014 because 2014 has like a few really good games like Bayonetta 2 and PT.
The PT demo, of course.
Yeah. But it also has a lot. Oh yeah, also Five Nights at Freddy's at the time was good. Oh, Shovel Knight came out in 2014. But then again, it also has a lot of really not good games, such as I have a complex relationship with Watch_Dogs. I think the game was fine enough as it is, but the story was kind of bland.
I think my main issue with like Watch Dogs is that it really is one of those games where like you can definitely agree with people and they're like, "Oh, I was so mad because they lied about the graphics." And it's like, "Yeah, I get
I
that."
didn't care about the graphics.
Some people do.
I don't get people who care about the graphics. Like,
Shit. I mean, I get people who do. Like, on one hand, I get it. On the other hand, it's like this game just looks very nice and stylish. So.
yeah.
That was the generation where they really ran on the the graphics make the game sort of hype train.
Yeah. And that's when, like, tech
Dang it.
demos.
I didn't look at the goddamn explosion.
Damn it, in case of implosion, please look at implosion. That's a Portal 2 joke right there.
You know why they put up that sign?
Because people kept looking away from it.
People were not looking at the explosions, yeah?
Yep.
And I get that. I feel that. And I did the thing I wasn't supposed to. I looked away from the explosion. Oh.
Yeah.
So we are an hour and 10 minutes into this game.
Oh,
We
nice.
have finished the first world.
Nice. How many worlds are there?
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Cuatro.
4?
That's 4 in Spanish, yeah.
We've got everything we need. Powerful gloves, a motorboat, enthusiasm. Well, at least one of us. You look as enthusiastic as Kaya when Mom tells her to clean her room. Anyway, let's go and meet Gadget.
The 2014 had a lot of not good games,
But I was kind of hoping that you had.
like Shadow of Mordor.
Okay.
Shadow of Mordor is
Hard to say
fine.
goodbye to Mama.
Its sequel is the one I have an issue with.
About me wearing these gloves?
I mean,
Maybe, maybe not.
I wouldn't say
I
funny.
know your history.
yeah.
So
Absolutely
the sequel was one of those games that went hard in on microtransactions and loot boxes
Those gloves are
Gross.
dangerous. Walt, explain yourself
in a
nicely.
single player game.
I feel like this game, Cal the Kangaroo, could really do with more like character
Maybe
movement,
it's not
because
good enough.
like the first line that she had, her body was like very stiff.
You're fine. They've actually been helpful.
That's fair.
True.
But this was a small development team, so I totally get why they were like focused more on getting the
The things
gameplay
work.
right.
These aren't
Yeah,
the
that's
It-
fair.
The gameplay is still a little janky. You'll notice that around like the latter part.
I just think some of the cutscenes could have made use of like mocap.
Oh, please, no
You need to
mocap.
watch less Tuk Tak, hun.
Yeah.
Mom, you can't complain about it if you don't even know what it's called.
I think if done right,
Anyway,
mocap
to
is
the point.
is
I won't
fine
take those
enough.
gloves away
That's
from you by
fair.
force.
There's some games
Walt,
that
it's
do
on you.
mocap well. Sonic the Hedgehog is not one of them.
You have my
Yeah.
word.
All right.
I think mocap for like cutscenes, like, and then like touching up the mocap to make it look right.
They do
It's
that
fun.
with. Like, have you ever seen like? Have you ever played God of War Ascension?
Is that the PSP one?
That is the PS3 game. Is the prequel.
Oh, okay.
So there's 6 God of War games. Technically 7,
Something
if you
for
count
Six-
the 2019 game.
Exactly what happened.
6 in the Greek saga.
Yes.
Hungry jungle awaits.
God of War 1, God of War 2, God of War 3, God of War Ascension, and the 2 PSP games.
Yeah, which is Chains of Olympus and
Ghost of Sparta.
cracking and
Ghost of
stacking
Sparta.
them together.
I thought Ghost of Sparta was the prequel.
Someone needs to take care of the village. If I left it for 5 minutes, someone's going to take an arrow to the knee, and the next you know.
Uh,
All right.
well, to
Ah.
be fair, arrow to the knee meant getting married.
Someone's gonna get married.
Yeah. Oh god, this game is pretty dated. In its
And it
humor.
just came out this year.
Well, to be fair, so did Skyrim. The funny part is, people can watch this 5 years down the line, and my statement will still be true.
Oh.
That was one of the few times that Control Alt Delete had a funny joke. Is when the time traveler like appears in the background. He's like, "What year is it? What year is it?" Looks to a window that's like, "New release, Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim." What year is it?
It's got Control Delete has gotten a lot better since you started really working on things.
Yeah, and moving away from the 4-panel formula, and having like both dynamic panels and dynamic.
Angles.
Yeah,
There
I think
was a
Control Alt
TV
Delete.
show.
Oh god, yeah, Tim Buckley's voice was in it, and it sounds so moist. He sounded like he always had like peanut butter at the roof of his mouth.
To be fair, I am very proud of the guy that he's moved on and he is he's still doing
Oh,
Control
yeah.
Delete, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, but it's like more of it, and like
Yeah. I think at this point he's been good and funny for longer than he's not. Like at this point, Control Alt Delete has been good for longer than it's been bad.
what year did
Loss.
happen?
I want to say like 2012.
Here we
Let's
go.
Familiar meme.
Get ready. Capitalism.
Oh no, I was way off. 2008
Oof.
is when Loss happened.
This is unlike anything I've seen before.
Hungry jungle not look like this. Not last time.
Look at that crystal. It seems to somehow power up the tree.
Yes, and I feel powerful energy. Smell it. It's concentrated there. Powerful and dangerous. Same smell comes from the fruits.
You'd better take a deep breath, coach. Cause that's also the smell of an exciting adventure. Let's go and find the famous
What would you do if
Jayabaya.
KO got a show?
With these fancy gloves on,
I don't know.
Oh my
I'd be very happy for the Polish developer.
and you're looking
I think if it got like a Netflix show, like a 2D Netflix show, it'd probably be
I
good.
wasn't eavesdropping, I was
That's
just
fair.
passing by.
Right, sure you were. So, do you know where I can
What
find
game do you think needs a
Already have.
Netflix show?
Got him right
A good one. Like
here.
think Castlevania.
Spyro.
Yeah.
I mean, Skylanders Academy is pretty
Right
decent.
here?
Yeah.
Silly rabbit. I meant right
A lot of people are like, "Oh,
here.
Skylanders," but I'm like, Skylanders Academy is a decent show. It was written by one of the guys who worked on Futurama.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Just look at that adorable little
Futurama has very few bad episodes. And even the bad episodes are still pretty good.
So the first two seasons were written by the guy who did Futurama, and the third season was by some other people. But the third season's fine. I think my main issue is that it ends on a cliffhanger,
Oh, man.
and it's the final season because at that point they released
That
the new
sounds
Spyro reboot.
disturbing.
To each their own.
Yeah.
Look, I honestly don't know how to
Yeah.
get to the boss. He's
You
so
know what I
big,
think
it's hard to reach these
would
days.
make a good
All of
show?
Jayabam, you said? They
Like a mini-series?
Yeah,
Banjo
sure.
Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie? Yeah, I could see it.
Because you could have, like, I could see it being, like,
idea.
11
Adventure of the
episodes.
week.
Not want to be found.
Exactly. Like,
Let him
each
find
one,
us.
like, it'd be an adventure.
Stop
Each
pretending
episode would be an
to be
adventure in a different
We
world
need to-
from the first
not just
game.
because of
And that would give you about, like, 10 episodes.
The boss will
And
be
then, like,
furious.
10 episodes plus the
Okay, Coach,
first
whatever you
episode where
say.
they
Let's go then.
just go into Grunty's lair and learn the
Mm.
basics.
Give it a second
No.
thought.
And then the final episode where they face Grunty.
Here's how I would do it. I would do it like Grunty is a reoccurring villain, sort of like
Like in Nuts and
sort
Bolts.
of like Jack Spicer,
Uh,
but more competent. And every episode is in a different part of the world because they're just sort of traveling about, as like just hanging out, doing their jam.
Well, at that point, that would probably work a lot better for like a Banjo Tooie.
Well, I
So,
think
like,
in like the season finale building up, they could have Grunty kidnap 2D, and that could be in the finale. I definitely think Banjo-Kazooie would probably do better with like a looser format than a strictly line-to-line one.
I mean, it would still be an episodic, like, Monster of the Week kind of thing. And Grunty would still, like, play a part. Because, you know, like, throughout the game, she taunts you throughout all of it.
Fair enough. But what I'd be saying is, like, Grunty's, like... They're dealing with, like, stuff that Grunty leaves behind. Like, Grunty will go to, like, a place, cause trouble, and, like, Banjo and Kazoo will be like, hey, we're trying to have our vacation here, and then, like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess it would come down to, like, writing and pacing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that I just think that having adventures like set in the, like, because there's 9 worlds plus the overworld in the game, so that would give you plenty to do. Like each episode takes place in one of the worlds, and that would give you essentially like 10 or 11 episodes to work with. 11 if you count like the first episode they don't go into any world, and then the last episode where they face Grunty. Like that would be a good way to do it. And then season 2, they would definitely have a if they got a season 2 that followed Tui, then that would definitely be a lot more like what you're describing with traveling around the world and Grunty's just a constant menace.
Potentially.
Yeah, because Grunty is all over in Tui.
I guess it'd be like figuring out like what kind of pacing you want for a story. That's sort of like how it goes. Like,
yeah,
it's all about tone. Like, do we want to have like Grunty as a constant menacing threat, or do we want to have her like show up occasionally as sort of the villain of the week? Maybe have other villains.
Yeah.
Like this episode, like, Klungo's the big bad.
Yeah, and like yeah, or like oh wow, that is he's climbing with his I get, because he can't grab things with his gloves.
Yeah. Durian bearer. Oof.
Yeah. I think yeah, having it like
No. I'm a fool. I can't swim.
It would be tricky to write Grunty because you'd want her to be funny but also menacing, because she was pretty intimidating in Tui.
Barren bird without a care, get out of my gorgeous hair.
Exactly, stuff like that.
I should write Grunty. I'm very good at poems.
You should write Banjo-Kazooie fan fiction.
Fiction made by fans may be perky, but it sounds like a great deal of hard worky.
Nah. Okay, one of my favorite jokes involving poetry was in it was in Centaur World when Dribbleton was about to recite a limerick. There once was a man named Venus. Okay, that's enough of that.
Centaur World was good.
It was
legitimately.
Yeah.
Come on.
It handled a lot of adult themes, like they had an episode that tackled the topic of self-oofing, if you know what I mean. The episode with the whale.
Okay.
Yeah, it handled some very heavy themes.
There's some shows that I think handle like heavy themes better than others.
Yeah.
Like there's some shows that are like, oh, we're handling this, And then it's
Yeah.
like Captain Planet dealing with AIDS.
Oh God, I forgot about that episode. Or the Fat Albert episode dealing with gang violence.
You seen the Captain Planet episode about gang violence? For
Is that the one where
whatever
the
reason.
solution was that the one where the solution was just use heart on the gang? Yeah, I'm guessing that's how it ended. Just use heart on the gangs.
I
and
don't
that'll make
think
them
so. I
tougher.
think they are like, don't you see? You're all the same. But for whatever reason, that episode is famous for having this very bizarre running gag. I wouldn't even call it a gag, really. I'd just say it like something they did for some weird reason. Where, for whatever reason, they just show civil rights leaders in the background.
yeah, yes, I remember now. Like Gandhi and MLK Jr.
Yes, they're just popping up in the background. Malcolm
Yes.
X.
Yeah.
Ah, dang it.
Um,
No idea what happened there.
the Fat Albert episode was really the Fat Albert episode tackling gang violence was very interesting. So what it starts off with, like, this kid, like this 10-year-old kid wants to be a comedian, is writing up stand-up jokes, and it's really kind of lame jokes, like, oh, I was walking around and I was complaining about my shoes being uncomfortable, and they said, oh, your shoes are on the wrong feet, and I said, oh, really? Well, I don't have any other feet to put them on. You know.
That's kind of funny.
But yeah, but the thing is, the kid's older brother got involved with gang violence, and then like in the last 10 minutes, there's a drive-by shooting where they're trying to kill the older brother, but end up killing the 10-year-old kid, and then Fat Albert has to give a speech about how gang violence is wrong. We had to watch it in school.
Did you ever see that like animated cartoon about Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yes, my friend Martin.
Yes.
I knew exactly the one you were talking about. I fucking love that movie.
That is a good movie.
It really is.
There's just something about the fact that it's like it includes time travel.
Yeah, and we get to see what the future would have been like without him, and the kid's white best friend is now a horrible racist in that future, and that shows, and its message is basically like, racism isn't like genetic, racism is taught.
Yeah.
So it's very important to nip it in the bud. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that vulture thing.
Have you noticed he's wearing clown makeup?
No, I didn't, but I love it. I'm a big fan of clowns.
So
You went to clown college.
I went to clown summer camp.
Clown summer camp. You know what? There should be like a Friday 13th parody that takes place in this clown summer camp. That would be fucking hilarious. Just have an evil zombie clown.
All right, here's my pitch. It's like Friday the 13th, but instead of Jason, it's a clown, and he kills everybody not with a machete, but with a balloon animal.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like,
And it's just as violent. It's just as violent. It's just as bloody.
yeah. It's a balloon. It's not even like made into. It's a balloon snake or a balloon worm. And oh god, which was the movie where Jason killed the people by shoving one into the sleeping bag and beating the other with her?
Jason X. That's the one where they're in space.
Yes, because they were the holograms.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It
That
was the
so-
it was the camp counselors, and they're like, "Oh, we love having sex
We-
in the middle of the woods and not paying attention to people in need."
Yes. It was so. Okay. Jason X is a guilty pleasure of mine. It's so fucking stupid, and I love it.
It
And
has
it's so.
some really cool kills.
Oh yeah, like the fucking liquid nitrogen. That's the most iconic one.
Yep.
But yeah, the thing about like cheesy horror films is that they're going to be bad. So at least make them like enjoyable. Like Jason Goes to Hell or Jason Takes Manhattan, those are bad, but they're also not really fun to watch. They're kind of boring. But like Jason X, that is like a really fucking stupid movie and also very fun to watch.
There's some movies where I'm like, yeah, this movie's not great, but it's like occasionally there's like a TV show or movie that's like, yeah, it's not great. I can definitely see the flaws. But at the same time, did you see that really cool action sequence where they
Do the thing.
where the villain did like 5 backflips?
Yeah. Be good, be bad, just don't be boring.
Yep, that's the famous saying. That's Mel Brooks.
Yep.
I didn't even know if that was Mel Brooks. I just made that up.
Wait, was it? I thought. Hold on,
It
I'm gonna
probably
look
is
up.
Mel Brooks.
Let's see.
I can believe that's Mel Brooks.
Let's see. Uh, I can't find any attribution to it, to the quote.
All right. Is it one of those where it's like author unknown, or is it just like?
It's just it's one of the ones where it's just like a lot of people have said it's, and there's no like real attribution.
Hmm. Fair enough.
God, that looks so stupid. I love it.
I do like that he uses his ears. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like it's good character design because it makes use of like his long ears as sort of a way to do stuff.
Yeah. The only thing we need to make use of now is his tail.
How do you make use of it? Look, I do it in my tailspin.
Oh, I didn't. I thought that was you like holding your hands out and spinning like a helicopter.
No, it's a tail attack.
Oh, nice. Okay, then all he needs to make use of now are his feet, in terms of attacking.
He jumps.
It doesn't count. I mean, like a drop kick or something.
Butt slam. Boom.
Yeah.
Accomplished. Every part of his design is used except for his shirt.
Every part of his body is a weapon.
Lethal Kangaroo.
Yeah, honestly, that's an oxymoron. Or not oxymoron, that's redundant, because kangaroos are fucking lethal as shit.
That's fair.
There are quite a few kangaroo-related deaths each year.
You want to know what my favorite videos? It's the dude who's... So the kangaroo is like trying to strangle a dog who just kind of doesn't realize what's going on, and the dude just runs up to the kangaroo and just socks it.
Yes, the guy saving the dog from the kangaroo. I love that video.
That is a good video.
And the dog was okay.
The dog is okay.
Dog.
That's the important
Yeah.
part.
Yes. Alright. We should play Conquer. Yay,
Slide.
slides! I love slide levels.
This isn't much of a slide level as a slide segment, but you get plenty of control, which I think is the important bit.
Oh man, I hope the Grunty's Revenge fan remake has the slide levels. 'Cause I'd love to do those in 3D.
Mm. That would be fun. I can believe that.
Yeah. I'm gonna revisit Grunty's Revenge eventually, but it'll be after I beat Nuts and Bolts.
That's fair.
Was that covered in ice?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, you know what all this honey reminds me of?
It's not honey.
Oh, it's not?
It's guava juice.
Oh, there goes my joke. Well, not joke, but there goes my talking point.
There goes your sponsorship deal with honey. I
No.
saved all this money with honey, and you can too, by
No,
using our download link at.
We don't have a download link.
We don't even have a sponsorship deal.
We don't have. You know who should sponsor us? Charmin. Charmin should sponsor me.
The toilet paper company?
Yes,
Oh, it's because you're
because I have IBS.
irrational bear syndrome. Because you're really into those irrational bear games.
Banjo is plenty rational. It's
What?
Kazooie that's irrational.
Fair enough. I mean, but it's a game about a bear who's literally collecting puzzle pieces. How rational is that, really?
I mean, how else is he going to save Spiral Mountain?
Do what I gotta do.
Why is he saving a mountain? Bears live in the woods.
What's his home?
I think somebody didn't do any research on bears. Just saying.
Get together, game designer.
Are we just supposed to believe that this is just some sort of magic
Magic bear.
xylophone?
I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. God, that is such a good scene. Because it's so true. There are people who are like that, and its name is CinemaSins.
I really don't like CinemaSins.
I really don't like CinemaSins.
One of the things that really bugs me about CinemaSins is they'll cheat to prove a point that doesn't exist.
Exactly. You know, like in fucking Age of Ultron, where they have the scientists explain like, oh, he's got hyperbolic metabolism and blah blah blah, and she controls electromagnetic waves in the brain, blah blah blah, and it's like, what? He's fast and she's weird. CinemaSins cuts that to just being like, oh, he's fast and she's weird, and then sends it because like, oh, what? We're just supposed to accept that explanation? That doesn't explain anything, even though it does, and also that was the scientists
Will benefit them all.
giving a
Dumbing
simpler
it down.
explanation. Yeah, dumbing it down because it was explained earlier.
Yeah.
Not on my ship.
His name is Bubba.
Nice.
Yeah, they do that a lot. Like where they'll show like a clip, and then they'll just sort of remove some of the context and be like, "Oh, we're just supposed to take this at face value." And it's like, no, there's like a lot of
like-
stuff that explains why that scene is happening. You just chose to cut it out.
Yeah, or you chose to ignore it. You just chose to ignore it and sending it as skip.
Or you'll they do this a lot. It's where they'll take a scene, they'll cut to like something else to sort of create a narrative.
Yeah, it's dishonest, honestly.
It is. CinemaSins is incredibly dishonest in how
I
it does
know.
criticism.
Yeah, it's also like the fact that they claim that it's all a joke is also dishonest because spoilers, it's not a joke. That's actually how he thinks, and there is video evidence of it in a series that he stopped doing because people were pointing out that a lot of his the stuff he was passing off as jokes was his actual opinions.
Yep.
And
And
that
then,
is
and then he deleted all of those videos.
yeah, but nothing is ever deleted on the internet, as you know.
Yep. We got the Wayback Machine for that.
Yep.
I
Everyone-
won.
Yeah. Everyone remembers everything.
Wow, I'm fine. I'm the old me.
I had this bug on the back of my head, and then a guy rolled into the tower that was on and hit me on the ass.
No need to thank me. My gloves and superpowers. I wasn't about to thank you. You kicked my butt. That's the only way to do it. Besides, you hadn't given my butt a good kicking instead if I didn't. I can't even read.
Now you know how it feels.
Alright, I suppose we're even. Not yet. I helped you, and now you're here turn to help me. Tell me how to get to Jabby Baba. Jabaya. You destroyed the bomb production. The boss is gonna be furious. That's the plan. Now tell me something I don't know. This is my really bad dang it.
It's just the same text.
You know. I just had to skip it. It's pretty much just, you beat me. I've been bested.
Yeah. How rude.
I do love like the centerpiece. It's like a big old airplane.
Yeah. Oh God, I watched a video on. So, are you familiar with Cool Cat?
I know the name.
So, Cool Cat is this really shitty series that this guy made and thinks it's like. This guy is so narcissistic. He basically he copyright claims anybody giving criticism on Cool Cat.
Cool Cat saves the world or something.
Cool Cat saves the kids, and it's one where Cool Cat finds a gun and teaches gun safety, and it's the dumbest shit ever. Because Cool Cat is basically Bubsy. He looks just like Bubsy.
You see, kids, gun violence can be solved if you shoot first.
Jesus Christ! Do not follow that advice. That is a joke.
This is a joke.
All right.
We are a comedy channel first and foremost.
We are very much against kids being in the vicinity of guns, and also guns being in the vicinity of kids.
We're also in the belief that guns should not be in the vicinity of anybody.
Exactly. And recent events are.
Let's not go
shown
into
that-
recent events.
Yeah. The sad part is, no matter when people watch this, it'll have been recent events.
Studies show that not even cops should be around guns.
Yeah. God, I hope they get like put in prison.
All right, we've been going for an hour 43. Want to call it?
Yeah, I'm down for calling it.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for watching. Definitely check out some of the other stuff on the YouTube channel. There's Wind Waker being played by our friend Biddy. There is Pokemon Platinum that Scraps is playing.
Yeah.
There is Nuts and Bolts, which I'm playing. And then there are 2 Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. World of Tapir, which is a homebrew I run.
And Realm of Uwu.
Nope. We haven't done that in like a year. We're currently on Curse of Strahd, which is being run by our friend Chakvi. And yeah, that's all the stuff on the channel. Comment
Oi,
challenge.
Bubba.
Nice. Yeah,
This
comment
is
challenge.
a knife. This is a knife.
That's a spoon. Oh, I see you've played Knifey Spoony before. So yeah, comment challenge of the day. What game do you think desperately needs either a remake or a reboot? Like or like game or game series.
Fair enough. Hmm. Game or game series? Gauntlet.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely needs a reboot. I'd say Jack and Daxter needs a reboot.
I can see that.
Yeah, or an HD remake,
Another one.
a trilogy collection.
Maybe they start with the first game and then they continue from there without having to consider Jack 2 and Jack 3.
Honestly, if they remade Jack 1 and then went in a different direction, like made a like you know what? Yes, I agree with you. The best way to do it would be to remake Jack 1, except in the ending, have something like have a character from Jack 3 like appear and like be like, don't do the next things, shit will get fucked, and spawn a new Jack timeline.
But it's a closed loop the first time around, so
Yeah, have someone break the loop.
fair enough.
Uh,
I do think that like Jack and Daxter is a victim of is a
executive
victim
meddling.
of no not exactly medley. Naughty Dog wanted to go that direction, but they wanted to go that direction because Grand Theft Auto came out the same year as Jack and Daxter.
So it was a victim of following a trend.
It was a victim of Jack and Daxter has always been a victim, in my opinion, of focus group testing.
The chart.
Yes. So so Jack's design was basically made by committee. Daxter was designed in house.
Yeah, and that's why
so-
Daxter is the most memorable character of the
Yes.
two.
And then when it came time for the sequel, they brought in a bunch of kids, like 8-year-olds, for their focus tests. And since Grand Theft Auto had just come out, all these kids were watching their mums and dads play Grand Theft Auto and maybe getting their hands on it too, when they shouldn't be. And seeing all
They're
their
like,
older brothers playing it, and they're like,
It needs more cars. Where's the cars?
well, where's the gun violence?
I want a gun. Give me a bazooka.
They're like, this would be good for like my younger brother. How young is your brother? You're 8.
Exactly.
So that was kind of what happened, and then developers are like, Night Dog went to Sony like, look, would you like us to make a Grand Theft Auto game? And Sony's like, would we ever?
So yeah, I think Jack definitely needs a remake slash reboot.
You know what game never really dealt with like executive meddling of that nature? Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank has always had guns baked into the system.
That's fair. You need to play Ratchet and Clank on the channel at
I
some
will
point.
definitely do that one day.
Do it after Shadow.
And I might not even play Shadow.
Aww.
As much as I have opinions on Shadow.
All right, then I'll play it.
All right, we'll see you play Shadow. Okay.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, there's no left to say, but good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.